Hey, Billy, why don't we tell them what we're about, man?
So we're here to welcome you to the Madhouse Chronicles. It's a talk show with myself, Billy Morrison.
And me, Ozzy Osbourne.
This man, Prince of Darkness. And we watch and react to the maddest internet clips. What do we discuss, Ozzy?
Drugs, rock and roll, aliens, all that kind of shit.
Drugs, rock and roll, aliens, and all that kinds of shit. Come and join Ozzy and myself. Visit osbornemediahouse.com to get special access to...
Come on!
What do you say? Do you think it's the wildest show on the internet?
Oh.
1, 2, 1, 2.
So our opening panel is just like beautiful blue skies of the outdoors. A little text box that says 3 years ago. We pan down and we can see two teenagers sneaking away from their family campsite. There is a young, very nerdy looking boy carrying what looks like a homemade drone. And next to him, maybe goading him on, is a young Barbara Lacy. What does 15-year-old Babe Lacy look like?
So she is kind of mediocre. She's got medium length hair. She's a bit more athletic. She's like regular height, 5'6", and she is basically goading her brother into flying this drone. He doesn't really want to do it because he's a little bit scared, but she really wants to see this thing fly.
Hey, shouldn't we tell Mom and Dad that we're going out into like the woods, we're going off trail for this?
You're so annoying, Bex. Like, honestly, they're sleeping. It's gonna be fine if you stay really quiet. We'll just sneak off. It'll take like, I don't know, like 15 minutes, and then we'll sneak back in. We'll be fine. Don't worry.
Okay. I do it. I mean, I just didn't put a camera in it, so I do want to try out the new thing. So okay, and he sends it up. It's pretty cool. It works.
Whoa, that's so cool, Bex. You're like so smart.
Thanks, Barbara. When you say you're so smart, you notice that there's a couple of kids from like a campsite a little way down. They look like awful like hockey kids. You know, it's not Jason. Smart, more like nerd.
Who you calling a nerd?
Hey nerd, can I fly your drone? It'd be pretty cool if you let me fly your drone.
No, get out of here. Go away.
Hey, is your drone rock proof? One of them picks up a rock and like kind of throws it in the direction of the drone.
I try to like stop without thinking. I like put my hand up to try to stop the rock because
like trying to grab it.
Yeah.
I think you do. You managed to grab it. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool moment.
Yeah, in my head, I'm like, yes, I'm so glad that worked.
You almost like, for a second, it feels like the rock almost like moved into your hand. It's like, oh, your sister's got to protect you, nerd.
What a baby. Hey, stop calling him a baby. That's not very nice. Go away.
How are you going to stop us, other baby?
Yeah, we got two babies over here. These babies with their little baby drone.
Wow, sure, whatever. And then I try to grab Bex and I try to get him to not run away, but like to just walk to another area so that we're not bothered by these
I think when you
dummies.
try and grab Beckett, one of the lead bully tries to grab the controls out of his hand.
I just get overwhelmed by anger emotions that I like try to slap his hand or the rock is still in my hand.
Yeah.
So I basically take the rock in my hand and I slap the bully's hand away.
Oh, you turd.
Yeah, that's what you get. Now go away.
You go away, and he pushes you to the ground.
Oh, Babe does not like that. Yeah, so
now you have like full contact to the ground. Your like hands are in the dirt.
Yeah, she's like kind of still feeling a bit of fear, a bit of anger, and the ground's kind of moving a little bit slowly, kind of mirroring what is happening to her inside.
Yeah, this bully kind of like looms over and he's like, "Are you gonna cry now, baby? Little baby?"
Yeah, tears, but the ground is still moving and the shaking is getting increasingly worse.
I think Beckett gets a little brave in this moment and like, get away from her, and tries to like push the bully, and the bully just kind of like knocks him aside onto the ground.
That's where the anger is now more than the fear. And so I think maybe rocks start flying or like maybe hovering above ground.
Bully kind of like, what's going? And I think at this point it like is a full explosion of rock that like throws the bullies back. They run away. She's a freak, man. She's a freak. She's cheating. Runs off. And you turn to look for Beckett, and he is holding his head where he's been hit by one of the rocks. And he's like bleeding from his forehead and like backing away from you with a like terrified look in his eyes.
Oh my God, Beckett, no, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? And I like rush over to him and I try to.
And as you move toward every step you take, the ground like shakes more. And he backs off more.
That I just stop then, and I just wait to calm down before moving again.
Right, and I think Beckett runs away in this moment.
Yeah.
I think we'll move forward a couple months. You're back at your house. Beckett's sort of the only one that knows your secret, that you have powers. And he's still a little cagey around you, different than before. Your relationship has certainly changed. Mm-hmm. But he's also like a little excited that his sister has superpowers.
And Babe's also excited too, because she always thought like, because Bex is her twin brother. Mm-hmm. And so, he became the super genius and she was kind of this nobody, basically. So this kind of, she likes that they're more on like an even plane now.
He knocks on the door to your bedroom. He's like, Barbara, I got something for you. Sure,
what is it? I like presents.
He comes in, he's got this sort of like shoe box. He's like, I made something. It's sort of based on the principle. He starts talking some science talk that is so far over your head.
My eyes go like completely blank, and I just tune him out.
And he's like holding up these like metal bracer kind of things. This is probably an unrefined version of ones that you'll wear later. Mm-hmm. And he's like, basically, they help you control your powers, so you don't hurt. So you can control them.
Oh, okay, sure. I guess I can try them. Yeah. Let's put them on. Let's give it a try. So
he hands over the bracers to you.
I put them on, and I think it makes Babe feel different. It definitely dampens the whatever is like churning inside. And she does feel a noticeable difference when they're on.
All right. And I think that feeling is still with you as we flash forward 3 years to orientation day at UWU, the University of Western Universe, where Nightman is attacking. You've seen your friends who you only kind of know through your study group, Jackie and Jason and Merganser and Artemis, are all sort of like rushing in to this fight. You'd been hanging back a bit, but like now's the time to be brave. Mm-hmm. How are you going to go on the offensive here to fight Nightman? Okay,
so first thing, I'm going to try to put up a shield or a wall of rocks in front of Nightman to kind of cut him off from whoever he's going after.
Okay, you're doing this. You're trying to coordinate maybe to protect Cambion, who's been knocked back. As you go to do that, though, you can see Bandit is rushing in, drawing an arrow. As you're like getting ready to activate your powers, you see Bandit freeze, and then you're hit by this overwhelming wave of fear. It like brings up all these memories of like those bullies attacking, of you hurting your brother. What happens in this moment?
Her dampeners are now like cute little bracelets that she actually kind of likes, but she'll never tell Beckett to give him the satisfaction. But so there's like a little, I guess I'm gonna say like a little button. So she presses both of them so they fall off, so that she can use all of her power rather than this limited version that she's been using. So with all this extra fear in her, she will just looks straight at the Nightman and just start making the ground like move and maybe even opening it up so that he'll fall in.
Okay, then I would like you to unleash your powers. And roll plus freak.
8.
So this happens. You unleash the strength of your powers here, but it's unstable on a 7 to 9. So you get full contact, like take those braces off, put your hands to the ground, and just sending like these waves of tremors, and then like chunks of rock start ripping up out of the ground, like spikes of rock. Absolutely destroys the like stairway that the Nightman is on. And you're pounding him with like spikes of rock, bursts of lava. You are so focused on him that you don't see that you have made the ground unstable for Merganser, who's running in. I think Bandit is thrown back from where they were standing. Merganser is tripped up and at like full super speed connects with a wall, just out of control. But your onslaught on Nightman is working. And he opens up an inky black portal and escapes using his move, Escape to Safety through inky black portals. And once Bandit is knocked aside, I think the waves of fear end, and you're just left looking at this ruined quad and staircase that has these spikes of stone breaking up through them, completely disrupting the quad.
Find out what happens on Orientation Day on the next episode of Origins, and stay tuned for the first issue of Dungeon Punk's Super U.